All right, let's jump in here. Matthew, creative writing, great. I think I've had you in the past. And let's look at the about. Now you can see that this image is coming up slowly, which just means it's a larger file than it needs to be. So let's just make it a smaller file while still being clear. Go ahead and hook up these social media icons to professional accounts, at least to LinkedIn. So if I click on the about, it's either not going there or it has a lot of material on the page that hasn't loaded. So since this is the About Me page, let's get rid of that button. Okay. You may want to find a way for your examples to be a little larger and perhaps the intro a little shorter so we can focus on your example. Okay. Right. Perhaps these could be, if this is what I think it is, a screenshot, you actually, of course, someone wouldn't be able to find your post here. That would have to be a blog so that, the text was entered. But if you were going to do this, I would make it a larger image so that it can be opened up, like in a gallery, and be read. Because this is a great size. I may have my text at a larger size, so I should really check on that and make sure I'm at, okay, there's 100%. But otherwise, everything's really clear. I immediately know what you do, and that's super important. Okay. All right. Let's make sure that's a Google number, a free Google, and you're linked up. That's great. All right. Let's take a look at the mobile. The space may not be there on your end. Double check. If it is, you want to close that up. I feel like that's a different font. Not that it matters too much, but if you have a brand that you're developing, you'll want to be consistent with your font styles there in your navigation. And let's left align this. It's easier for the eye to return to the same location when someone is reading, and it provides a nice straight edge that is clean and graphically pleasing, usually. But this is great. You've got this in your header. Okay. Yeah, your samples are getting second billing here. Definitely it is not uncommon in the mobile section to have to edit down. This could go half, probably. It's also not unusual for a writer to write long, and it may not seem long to you. It probably was much longer to begin with. We just have to remember what our site visitor is like, right? So anywhere you can edit, that's a great skill too. Okay, probably want to center that. Doesn't really bother me because it's aligning with this. So I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay. A Q&A. Well, that's, it's a great example of your writing. So, having all of that does help people get a good idea of what you're capable of doing. So, and in this day and age, with the use of AI, original writing is so refreshing. Most people can tell and identify when AI is being used. And so, when someone has a unique way of speaking or writing, that's just much more authentic and relatable to people. So writing is a wonderful skill to have. All right, let's see. We've looked at that. All right, great job. Great job, Matthew. And I'm pleased to see what you're doing. I think it's a good professional site. Riley, nice and clean. Okay. Not easy to pull all these three varying skills together. It does have to be super clean to pull that off, and I think that you've done for sure. So this should go to your portfolio page. It does. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. All right. Good. Selected clients. That's the way to go. We can't put everything we've done into a site. It would just be overwhelming, and they would leave or bounce, whatever you want to say. But they wouldn't stay and read unless it's really presented in a nice, way that has lots of air like you have here. Nice, very good. All right, let's look at the mobile. Again, this might not be there. If it is, close that up. Your wrapping here, not too bad. This color probably would be red, I think, in your case. Or the red-orange, whatever the color it is that you're using. Okay, all right. Okay, so you want to go through and check, see if it's just my browser or yours. I did go through and make my text smaller, so, average. So I don't know that it's on my end, but just double check and make sure that that's not going to happen for other people. May not be happening on your actual site. Sometimes if you send the QR code, I can see it differently than I can through the Get Feedback link, and it will usually look the way it does to you. But yeah, terrific. Good job. You've done a nice job with the percentage of black to white to red. Well done. All right. Very little to do there. All right, Philip. I like that I can see your name and what you do right away. This color, because we're landing on this page, it might look better in an orange or something that matches. The video may change, but right here, this is where we're landing. This is what we're seeing. This would probably be on one line, but I'm not sure you're going to get that there. This may be better someplace else. Let's see. We do want to put the home on the far left because that's where people are accustomed to finding things. And that's just a part of usability. We don't want them to have to spend more time trying to find things or thinking why things are different. So the home goes first and the contact goes last. Okay, just the right amount of about content. A little more space here between your image and your column. And that does go back here. Okay, more space here between these videos in the center here. And consistent spacing between your headings, like from project and job title. You want to make those closer to the same. And here as well. Okay. But definitely break those up. We can't see that they're separate, so that's important here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this would either be one line, you know, you could also say making your dreams come true and see if that brings it up a little easier. But, and if it's in quotations, then we need to have an attribution of who said it. And if you're saying it, then you just take the quotes off. We don't attribute ourselves. Okay, so you're just going to take the quotes off. And so I didn't see, I get feedback links. So look in the resources for how to share that and put that into the feedback section, all right? Okay, same thing here, Rod. I didn't see the get feedback link, so make sure you create it, share it the way YouTube requires it. I'm sorry, Wix requires it, and that way it won't be a broken link. You go through the right steps, and again, that's in your resources. There's an illustration of how to do that. Okay, nice and clean. I like the color combination. I like that you're picking up the cap. Well done there. Okay. Easy to read text. Okay, so this brings me down to this project, which tells me you don't really need this button. You may want to, if this is in your header, you may want to go to your header and select this setting gear and pin, if that's the term they use, PIN, or freeze the header so that it's always there. And then I would take this off unless it's another page that you're jumping to, but you're really just going right here for your examples. And they're looking good. The quality is working. Okay. Maybe just take a little space there out. Okay. Make sure this is your video. As a videographer, we have to have original work on our website. You don't want to have any placeholder. It may be yours, but you know what I'm saying. And this is going right to the perfect spot. So, great job, great job. I really do want to see the mobile. So you can go ahead and submit that to the feedback. Good job. Okay. Clean. I know exactly what your name is and what you do. You may want to put your name up here in your header so it's on every page. We've changed fonts down here, so if that's a brand, okay, but You want to be careful to keep your fonts to 2. Okay. I feel like this should be filtered to have some purple in the background a little bit, but of course that's going to change the flesh color, and that probably wouldn't work. But you're using purple so much. Just the right amount of content. Okay. I recommend not underlining text. It feels like a link when we do that, and you've already separated it sufficiently with bold. Okay. Okay, well done. Good job. Make sure this is a Google number, not your personal phone number. And again, I really want to see, I'll double check everybody's, but make sure that you've submitted a Get Feedback link, all right? I'll make sure that it's not a problem on my end, that in fact it was there and I missed it. Okay. Okay. This is just a difficult font to read. It's the template, and the way you fix that is to go into your menu on the left in Wix and in your toolbar and choose the A with the letter drop, the watercolor drop, and that's where you can go in and change your fonts globally to something that is just easier. And I'll try to remember to send you something, Willis, that will help you with that. This is super clear, easy to read. Do make sure that everything is the same uppercase or lower, so that we have some consistency there. I would probably bring this and align it both under Willis. You have room possibly to put it here. Hard to know, but I wouldn't because it won't separate too well. So maybe push it over just a little more to the left, just a little. But the work is looking good. The titles are working over it. Great job. You've got your navigation pinned up there. Nice. Okay, again, it's just this font that comes with this template. Hard to read. Okay, so that took a little time to come up, so you want to check that. But it wasn't too bad. Okay, glad you changed the wording. I think you changed that there. If it's the template, I think it is. Okay, so what you want is to go ahead and add an anchor line so that when you connect and link it to this contact so that it will land closer to your contact. Even easier is to remove this link and go into your Wix editor and under Pages and Menu, add a contact page. And then it will create a menu link up here, and when you click on it, it will have its own page, and then you would choose something just like this. That will enable you to get the form that you need to put in there. And there are some drop-down options that are kind of nice where they can let you know, maybe you list the 2 skills here, or if there are any others that you list, script writing, that can be a drop-down button for them to select what they would be contacting you for. So that's something to look for if you should decide to do that. Otherwise, the contact is going to your About page or screen technically. It's all right there, so it's not such a big issue, but something to think about. All right, so great group of sites here. I'm looking forward to seeing the revisions as well. That should be pretty exciting. Not a lot of revisions to be made here, but some details, right? All right, everybody, have a great afternoon, and contact me through the feedback section of your assignment if you have any questions whatsoever. All right?